Guys, what we have been waiting for, it's happening right now. We're seeing a clean breakout above the orange box here finally. I'm going to tell you what this means for Bitcoin, also long term for Bitcoin. We're about to see something explosive happen. We're talking about Ethereum. I'm following up on my big and epic Ethereum trade here. So I'm going to talk about that. We're talking about some on-chain data. So if you want to see that, and stick around. We're talking about altcoins in general. So yeah, very action-packed episode today, guys. Welcome back. My name is Cristiano, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you are new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. And thank you so much for the feedback on my video here yesterday, where I talked about the 25th of November being extremely important for Bitcoin. And if you haven't watched that, make sure to watch that. But now let's dive straight into Bitcoin. So what we can see here is that after following the trend of making higher lows here and the breakout out of the orange box, you can see that, yes, this one is very parabolic. And this is the power of the orange boxes, because we, got pushed back so many times here when we broke above it, rejected, fake out here, rejection. And now what we want to see is obviously a close above the orange box here, which is looking pretty likely for Bitcoin. Also, if you remember a while ago, I did tell you that we were about, I think in this video right here, 2 days ago, I was telling you like the traditional markets are pumping really hard. And usually when you see the traditional markets pumping really hard and you see Bitcoin going sideways or down, it is usually just a matter of time before Bitcoin catches up. And here we have the explosiveness of Bitcoin. So really, really cool there. But zooming out and looking at another chart we have been watching here is that once we break our previous all-time high, it has always led into massive price pumps almost immediately after breaking the previous all-time high. I mean, look at this. Previous all-time high here at $20,000. Okay, once we break that level, big pump from $20,000 up to $63,000 in what almost looks like immediately here. So what does this mean regards to the video we talked about yesterday, where I said that I think that the Bitcoin price is going to go completely nuts during the 25th of November. So I've put this blue line here. So ideally, what I would love to see, guys, is for Bitcoin to, break above these levels, $60,000, $72,000. So that when we approach the 25th of November, we are already above and we are already, at an all-time high. And then you see that big push. And I do believe that this push from November is going to continue up until, the beginning of next year, which leads me to this chart. And I do believe at that point that we are going to hit an RSI at the red line right here. You can see that each and every time we have hit this on the 2-week chart here, we have, topped out. So if I make this smaller, you can see that we have topped out here, we topped out there, we topped out here, and I believe the next top, when we reach the RSI here, that's also going to be the top for Bitcoin. And at that point, it's going to be somewhere around here, I do believe. And the Bitcoin price is going to be somewhere around, $85,000 to $170,000. So that's what I'm anticipating, guys. That's really what I'm anticipating. But when it comes to the short-term targets for Bitcoin, let's try to figure those out. So what we have here is we have an orange line at 68,300. We have an orange line at 69, we'll call it $70,000. So if you want to see some more, short-term price targets, it's absolutely fine to draw a Fibonacci here on the 4-hourly time frame from the closings of the candles. And what you will see here then is that you have a 1.618 Fibonacci level from this small little consolidation here. So I will put this line right there. So this is one line to pay attention to at 72. You have 70, you have 68. So pay attention to these lines. And then once we break through them, I'm going to, or once we are, approaching them, I guess, I will try to figure out a couple of more targets here, or resistance lines at least. So things are looking good. And another thing that's looking really good right now is the on-chain data. Let me show you this, and let's zoom in to right now. And you can see that we are seeing Bitcoin being transferred out of exchanges at a very rapid pace. You can see this, the last couple of weeks here. we have been having massive outflows of Bitcoin. And this is looking pretty similar to what you saw right here as well. Okay, so during this period, 2020, you can see massive outflows of Bitcoin out of the exchanges, which leads into a supply crisis, of course, because less or more people will have to compete for less Bitcoin, leading into price pumps. Also, if you watch this on-chain chart, this is the Bitcoin balance on exchanges. Let's zoom in. And you can see that we are, continuously declining here. So the balance on exchanges is, the previous chart here is the, I don't know if I explained it previously, but this is the net outflow. So if you compare the Bitcoin being transferred into exchanges and compare it to the Bitcoin being transferred out of exchanges, well, that's going to give you this chart. So when it's in the green, it means that more Bitcoin has been transferred into exchanges, and red means that more Bitcoin has been transferred out of exchanges. So this is the balance on exchanges. So the actual Bitcoin that is being held on Binance, on Coinbase, on whatever. And this also tells us that, we're seeing this supply crisis continue here. And we're just seeing a massive shift right now. Crypto is really getting mainstream adoption. And for all of us who have been fighting for this for many, many years, finally we're seeing that. And now very interesting times are going to be ahead. Very, very interesting times indeed. Let's talk about Ethereum. So Ethereum actually made a new all-time high. So congratulations to everyone holding Ethereum and everyone who are in an Ethereum trade. And wow, let me talk about my Bybit trade actually. So my Bybit trade is currently up almost $3,000. So that's cool. As you know, this trade, I've been holding it for quite a while. And I was personally pretty convinced it was just a matter of time until it would, become profitable. And now here we are. So that's cool for everyone who have been, trading Bitcoin according to the orange lines here as well. But the big thing for Ethereum is the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, because what you can see here is that, yes, we are continuing to hammer this resistance. And I do believe that we are going to destroy this resistance eventually, and that Ethereum is going to approach the same kind of levels we saw in 2018, where we saw Ethereum go all the way up here to, what is that? It's 12% of a Bitcoin. Right now we are at about 7% of a Bitcoin. So you can do the math yourselves. That's going to be more than 100% compared to Bitcoin. So that's really, really cool. Apart from that, a couple of altcoins. Hathor, congratulations to everyone who have been following my altcoin videos. In this video posted 1 day ago, I talked about Hathor, and since then, Hathor has actually gone up by about 100%. So congratulations to everyone who have been, and really the name of the game right now are altcoins. Altcoins are going to completely explode. And if you want to stay up to date with that, make sure to subscribe and just activate the bell, because if you're not, in altcoins right now, I do believe that you are missing out and tremendously. I mean, look at this. I talked about a couple of coins I think we're going to pump because of liquidity incentives. It was BNB, it was CRO, it was Solana, and it was Luna. So you can watch by the thumbnail here. And if we look at these coins, I mean, this thing has gone up by, 100%. So very nice trade here for crypto.com CRO. Also, the other coin in that video was BNB. BNB have gone up by, 50% or so. Solana has gone up by 70% or so. And also like Rainicorn. Rainicorn, of course, I've been holding this for so long. For everyone who got in at the start with me, this was only at I think 3 million in market cap. So you can do the math. Right now, it's at 89 million in market cap. So I think that's like a 30x or something like that. And I'm still not selling Rainicorn. I'm still holding this, which is maybe a bit insane because of the insane gains they have had already. But I'm still holding Rainicorn. But to each their own. I just want to congratulate everyone who got in here. Okay, guys, that's what I had for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.